Hello and welcome to Mythical Meeples. Today I'll be unboxing Deathwing Assault for Warhammer 40,000 from Games Workshop. If you're in the EU or UK and want to pick up your own Games Workshop products, then head over to Element Games using the link in the description below. You get generally around 15% off your Games Workshop products, and I get a 5% kickback for every purchase you make through that link. Drops a cookie in your browser, letting them know you've come from me. So without further ado, let's have a look inside Deathwing Assault. So what we get in here, you can see on the back here, contents. So you get Codex Supplement Dark Angels, datasheet cards for Dark Angels transfer sheet and an assembly guide. You get 22 Citadel miniatures, so you get 10 Terminators, 2 Dark Angels upgrade frames, 5 Deathwing Knights, Belial, 3 Watchers in the Dark, and 3 Teleport Homers. I think it's a bit cheeky calling sort of the Watchers in the Dark and Teleport Homers miniatures, but they are technically miniatures. I just find it a little bit annoying and misleading. So, merciless and unyielding, the Dark Angels are amongst the most ancient and honoured Space Marine chapters in the Imperium. Their conquests are legion, their reputation is one of solemn service and martial excellence, and the greatest exemplars of these traits within the entire chapter are the warriors of the Deathwing. Grim-faced killers all, these inner circle battle brothers are the most veteran and highly skilled combatants the Dark Angels can bring to bear. To them fall the most vital missions as they erupt in crackling teleport flares to gun down enemy command cadirs, seize vital relics of ancient technology, or hunt down the insidious traitors known as Fallen. So you can see the contents on the back of the box here. So it's got Belial, you've got 2 lots of 5 Deathwing Terminators, Terminators, 5 Deathwing Knights, and then your 3 Teleport Homers and 3 Watchers in the Dark as well. So let's take a look inside. So you've got another box inside this cover, which has the same artwork on the front as the outside sleeve, and then on the back here, you've got the chapter symbol of the Dark Angels. So opening it up, you can see it's crammed full of sprues. You've got what looks like the upgrade sprue here for the Terminators. You've got the Deathwing Knights here. Those look like regular Terminators. So yeah, these are your 2 upgrade sprues. You've got Belial, you've got your regular Terminators here, and then you've got the rest of the Deathwing Knights here. You get this little card that protects everything. You can see it's got some really beautiful artwork on the book here, and you've got your instruction booklet on the back as well. You've got your Deathwing or Dark Angels transfer sheet. Got obviously all the Dark Angel symbols, and you've also got a few different words here that you can use. You've got your data cards in here for the Dark Angels, all of your bases, and you've got another transfer sheet as well. You can see the small ones for the Watchers of the Dark. You've got your 40mm for your Terminators. You've got 150mm by the looks of it for Belial. So we're going to start off by reading through the instructions. You can see here we've got another different piece of artwork on the front here. And you do also get a few variants which are provided for in the book as well. So instructions wise, we start off with Belial. Here you can see here, you start off by building up his legs, and then his torso, and then you attach the arms. You've got a couple of different head variants that you can use, and then you build up the base, and you end up like this. So let's have a look at the sprue. So you can see already all the details on it. You've got the pieces of the base, you've got the legs, Stormbolter, Really well designed model. See all the crisp folds in the cloak, crammed full of details. Let's have a look for mould lines. So probably start by trying to find them on the leg. Not sure if you can make them out. They're really, really faint. You can just about make them out on the leg here. Maybe somewhere else we can try the hand on the wrist on the Stormbolter. Yeah, they are really, really faint, and they're in some places because of how the kit's designed. It's like you can see here, it's sort of the back half of the model. There's no mould lines whatsoever on some pieces of this. It's usually something you only see on the bigger kits. It's a really, really beautiful model, and I'm really looking forward to painting it and building it. Back to the instructions then. Let's have a look at what's next. We've got the Deathwing Knights. So you've got a few different variants you can build. You've got a Knightmaster, Deathwing White Knight. You've got different helmet variations as well. So you start off by building up the torso and the legs. So you've got front, back, abdomen by the looks of it, and then you've got the legs. And then you start choosing your various sword arms. So you've got a choice of a mace or sword. I'm quite a big fan of the swords on these guys. My other ones have the maces, older kits have the maces, so I'd quite like to have some swords. It'd be interesting to see how they compare size wise as well. Once you've got the arms, then you want your shoulder pads and your storm shield, and then you've got the options for if you're building the mace as well, which is very similar in concept. Torso, abdomen, back, followed by legs, which have the armor panels you need to attach. You've also got the side panels and then the arms as well. Followed finally by the head and shoulder pads. So you can see you've got different variants throughout the book. So you always have the option for the sword and the mace. And again, you're following the same principle for the second model. Back, abdomen, torso, legs, which have the different armor pieces, then your choice of sword or mace. As you build up the arms, shoulder pads, head, shield. Again, it is the same concept throughout for the Deathwing Knights. And then you've got your teleport homer here, which comes in 3 pieces, and your Watcher in the Dark as well, which you get in 3 pieces. You can see how they look at the bottom here. So let's have a look at the sprue. So we've got 3 pieces for the sprue. Take a look at this bit first. So you can see you've got all your different head variants. You've got the storm shields, which are really obvious to make out. You've got your power swords. You've got the pieces of the Watcher here. So it's really easy to identify. The nice and chunky pieces as well, which is really fitting for Terminators. Let's try and have a look for those mould lines again. So we're going to pick the back of the leg once more. Again, they're really, really hard to spot. They are there and present if you can make them out, but they're once more really, really faint and sort of, there you go, you can just about make them out on the side of the torso here. So cleaning these up shouldn't take too long. Might take a while to assemble, especially with the legs coming in multiple pieces, but they shouldn't be too difficult. Just have a look at the last sprue. So you can see all the shoulder pads here. Again, you've got the torsos, front of the torsos, legs, different weapons. See all the runes on the power sword. Presumably that is the sergeant's champion, Knightmaster, whichever you want to call them. No, I'm really impressed with the Deathwing Knights. Such an improvement over the previous models. So next we're going to look at the Terminators themselves. So again, you've got interchangeable parts for the heads. You can see you've got different options for your power fists or chain fists should you wish to. And you can see down here as well, you've got different options on your storm bolters. So you can really mix and match with these, give them a lot of individual personality. So as with the Deathwing Knights, we're looking at building up your torso and your legs, although these are slightly simpler. So here you can see you've got the abdomen and sort of torso, legs, then you do the front. So you just change the order around. Armor panels on the legs and your side panels, which you've got different options for. Storm bolter, other arm. As you can see, you end up down the bottom here with a few different variations that you can build. Depending on whether you want to go for the sword or you want to go for your sergeant or not, which you can see here with the power fist option. So then you've got your variation on your heavy weapon, so you can go storm bolter, missile launcher, plasma cannon. There is also a assault cannon on the sprue, which you can see here. So again, you were building up your legs, abdomen, back. Then you go to your torso, followed by your arms, shoulder pads and helmet. Then you can see here if you're building up the missile launcher, you've got a slightly different variation there as well. Next up, you've got your just a regular Terminator. So you can see here you want your abdomen and your legs, followed by your torso, back, front and back. Then you want to do your armor panels on the legs and the sides of the Terminator. And you've got your choice of arms, shoulder pad and head. And the last two are very similar in concept to this one. So, and then finally you've got your teleport homer, which is exactly the same as the previous one, Deathwing Knights one. And you've got here your Watcher in the Dark as well, which is slightly different. This time you've got a book instead of the censure, I think it's called. And you can see you end up with the models like this. So now we're going to look at sprue. So let's look at this bit first. So you can see again, chunky, nice chunky pieces for your Terminators. Really sort of smooth armor, nice details on the sort of exoskeleton here. Ribbing, I'm not quite sure what it's called. So really detailed. I love the effort they've gone to with these kits. They are sort of stunning. Got your chain fist and your power fist option down here. So you've got quite a few different options that you can build with this kit. Let's have a look, see if we can find those mould lines. You can just about make them out again down here where my finger is. But again, they're very, very faint. So cleaning these up once more should be quite easy. I mean, if you're looking, you can barely make them out here. It's a really lovely kit. Be interesting to see how these compare to the Leviathan ones as well. The push fit, easy to build ones. Move that out of the way. Again, you can see assault cannon pieces here. You've got what looks like a heavy flamer. You can make out teleport homer. Got all your shoulder pads. You've got some extra ones, I think. Yeah, you've got a couple of extra ones for different reasons. So here you can see you've got the sort of presumably sergeant's one. Really nice looking kit. So that's Terminators, and finally we're going to look at the Dark Angels upgrade sprue. So here you can see the upgrade sprue. On it you've got your Watcher in the Dark, got all your Dark Angels, Terminators, shoulder pads, you've got your plasma cannon, you've got a different power sword variation. I think on this side you've got your sort of regular infantry ones. I love all the hood options that you've got as well. I think that really adds to the character of the Dark Angels. It's really lovely upgrade sprue. So if you want to make your Dark Angels really stand out, this is the kit for you. I'm just going to try and find some mould lines. But you can see just by looking at the Watcher, they're not very obvious at all. It's really hard to find the mould lines on this, and kudos to Games Workshop. You can barely make them out. So cleaning these up will take no time at all. So that is it for today. I hope you found this helpful. If you plan on picking up any of those kits or the Deathwing Assault box itself, obviously we've got Terminators, Deathwing Knights, Belial, and the Dark Angels upgrade sprues in there. And I just hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. This helps me grow as a channel and be seen by more people. And it's always good to hear your feedback as well. If you want to see more from me, head over to mythicalmeeples.com. There's loads more content on there. Board games, D&D, more 40k stuff, lots of different things. Or you can support me on Patreon as well. There's links in the description for both of those. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.